Hello my friends and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. In yesterday's video, we did end our day at Camp Gulf talking to Chief Hanlon here. He had so many stories and so many things to say and I didn't get to finish, so let's do that right now.
You've come back to see the chief. Nice of you to humor the radio tender. What can I do for you?
Well, you had extra things to say about the Rangers, I believe.
I could tell you a lot of...
How long have you been in the Rangers?
Oh, well, I guess it must be coming up on 40 years or so. Back before Elise was chief, anyway. It was a heck of a lot harder then. Weren't as many of us to go around, but I think it was a lot easier to tell the good guys from the bad.
What do you mean? What do the Rangers do?
Well, there's what we're supposed to be doing and what we're actually doing. There's a big gap between those two things. About as wide as that lake out there.
Okay, what are you supposed to be doing?
To protect against all forms of tyranny. As simple as that. 30, 40 years ago, the Wasteland was full of despots. Slavers, raiders, tough-talking hoodlums with gangs who'd like to kick around towns. Back then, the NCR military was still young. Couldn't cover much ground. It took groups like ours to tip the balance back to the good guys.
And what are you actually doing right now?
Sitting on the shore of Lake Mead, looking east. Listening to a radio. Trying to not get too many people killed. I'm too old to be slapping leather, but I had hoped for something else. More than this, anyway.
What had you hoped for? Why are the Rangers here?
There's a lot of answers to that question, but it started with the Ranger Unification Treaty. We weren't always the only show in town. Nevada had its own posse, the Desert Rangers. They fought Caesar even farther east out in Arizona. Years back, we met with the Desert Rangers at Mojave Outpost and agreed to help them against Caesar if they would join the NCR.
Okay.
Shoot.
I guess that's everything.
Adios.
I expected more extensively long stories, but you know what? It's fine. I got to not rush that last little bit. He does seem to be, I don't know if disillusioned is the right word. He's very unhappy with the state of the Rangers right now, it seems. He's like, things aren't the way that they were 30 or 40 years ago. I mean, obviously, things do change over time. But I'm getting the vibe from him that he doesn't think that they have changed in the correct way. But anyways, I'm probably rambling a bunch of nonsense. So let's head out back to Camp Gulf and work on the quest Flags of Our Foul-Ups, where I need to talk to the Misfits about improving their squad. And that's all of these people down here. I did meet them yesterday. There was the girl who was in charge who thought she was too good to be in this squad over here. And then there was the guy who was like, well, it was this or being a fiend, which seems like there should be a bunch of other options in between there. Then you've got the country boy and the know-it-all. Okay, I have to come down this way to get in. Where have you all gone to? Oh, there was a whole other tent up here. Oh, wow. The mess tent.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Oh, okay. Mags. Oh, well, we're all leaving. Okay, let's start with Mags.
Wow. The big celebrity down here with the common troopers. What can I do for you?
Sergeant McCredie asked me to talk to you about getting your squad in shape.
He did, huh? Well, good luck with that. You'd have an easier time teaching rad roaches to march in formation.
It can't be as hard as all that, what needs to get done. I feel like it's not as easy as Connie's making it out to be either.
Well, if you ask me, what we really need is to get this whole squad out on the practice range. Shape up our marksmanship and explosive skill. I'm sure the others have their own ideas, though.
Okay, let's get them out to the range. Never mind, let's talk to the others and see what their ideas are.
Okay, I'll be here if you come to your senses.
There is something to be said about being able to shoot straight and throw explosives
First recon
properly
to Camp Forlorn Hope.
when
Now
you're
we got a
going
chance
against
to
a
hold it.
legion.
Y'all sure are a big old hero. I gotta write my mama and tell her I met you.
Okay, Sergeant McCredie asked me to talk to you about getting your squad in shape.
To me? I'll tell you what I think this squad needs. A little more basic human niceness.
Human niceness?
That's right. Folks just don't talk to other folks. And everybody's always cross with each other.
So you think I should find a way to convince the misfits to get along?
That'd be swell. Only if they knew the idea came from me, they probably wouldn't take you serious no more. So maybe you ought to think about it first. And I sure hope you're more convincing than I am, or they ain't gonna listen.
Let me ask around some more first.
Whatever you think's best.
Can I do all of them? I mean,
Toodaloo.
getting along with your squad mates isn't a bad thing to prioritize, but I feel like shooting straight is a bigger priority. What does
We won't go
Raz
quietly.
have to
Oh,
say?
shit, here comes the brown noser. What you want?
I'm supposed to talk to you about getting your squad in shape?
Yo, I'll tell you what this squad needs. A healthy dose of angry juice.
What? Angry juice? Where do they come up with these ideas? Human niceness, angry juice. I wonder what Poindexter, that was his name. I wonder what he's going to say.
Psycho, the big red one. I used to run with the fiends. I still got the hookups.
Oh.
Smuggle some in and you'll see an improvement.
Let me talk to the others first before we resort to drug
Whatever.
use.
Right.
I feel like that could be a dark side playthrough, maybe.
Hey,
Poindexter.
you've managed to become extraordinarily well liked by the top brass. You should exploit that for your own gain wherever possible.
What do you think we should do on getting your squad in shape?
That seems highly illogical. What reason would he have for doing that?
He thinks you might respond better to someone who isn't an authority figure?
Well, this is an unexpected variable. I had hoped to coast on an easy wave of mediocrity to a cushy government pension.
I get the feeling he thinks he's a know-it-all and super smart, but he's actually not. Maybe I can help out. I guess you don't feel so smart now, huh?
Your insults are both unhelpful and unwanted. I'll thank you to keep them to yourself.
Going back to those squad improvements, I had an idea.
And what do you propose?
It occurs to me that I might cheat. I don't want to do that, but let me ask it anyway.
An intriguing proposition. Company readiness reports are logged on the computer systems at the resort. If you hack the system, you could alter our records. Such an attempt, however, is likely to thwart efforts to motivate the squad to do actual work.
Yeah,
If such is your goal, you should look elsewhere.
I think I will look elsewhere. Work is overrated anyways.
As you wish. I'm sure the optimal solution will become apparent to you in time.
I mean, not everybody likes to work,
I
but
somehow...
I like being able to pay for rent and food and all those other things that you need to do. Where... Talk to them. Okay. Well, I talked to them. Let's go with Maggie's
First
idea.
recons at Camp Forlorn.
Because shooting
Wow.
straight
The big...
is a pretty. I feel like that's the most important thing when you're in the military. So about those improvements.
Yeah, what about it? I told you we need marksmanship and explosive handling improvements.
Okay, let's get them out to the range.
Are you sure? I've got enough clout to get them started, but these guys are pretty lazy. I doubt they'll want to be pulled in different directions.
I'm sure let's do it. Oh, not pulled in different directions, meaning you can only pick one way to do it, maybe?
You're the boss.
I am the boss. That's right. Help the misfits improve their shooting skills. Okay. What are we looking at up here? No, take your time, guys. I have nothing else to do today. Hi, Raul. How's it going? Good? Good. And we very, very slowly... Okay, we're finally all up here.
Okay, everybody's lined up and ready to go. Any suggestions?
Take positions where you can cover each other. Stay focused.
You heard the lady, people. Get focused.
Take your time, pick your shots, and tell your squad mates who you're shooting at.
I've got the one at 11 o'clock. Raz, O'Hanrahan, take the two on the right. Poindexter, the center.
I feel like she should already know how to do all this stuff. Exhale before you fire. Squeeze the trigger, don't jerk it. But then again, maybe that's why she didn't qualify as a ranger.
Right. Exhale, squeeze. Focus on the shot.
Well, I think that went well, don't you?
Thanks for the help. I think the whole unit's doing a lot better now.
Great. Whoa.
First recon's at Camp Forlorn Hope. Now we got a chance to hold it.
Wow. The big
So did the shooting range practice take care of things? I mean, I'm so magical.
It helped, but we still got a grenade range inspection to pass.
Oh, get the troops lined up and I'll help you with it?
After the help you gave us at the shooting range, we'll take any advice you've got. I'll line them up. Okay, we've got our dummy grenades and the course is live. We're all set.
Oh, hopefully I have enough explosive skills for this, but... Okay, to start, pull the pin, let it cook off for a count of 3, then throw.
Right, easy enough. 1, 2, 3.
Don't pitch it like a baseball, lob it, you want a good solid arc. Oh.
Solid arc, check. Lob them up and over, people.
Don't worry about accuracy, use the grenades to break up clusters of enemies. Good point.
Hold the grenades for groups, squad. Hit them in clusters and send them running.
I think that went well, don't you? I mean, obviously.
Yeah, I do. Thanks. I think we might survive this now.
Oh, gosh. Holy crap.
Wow.
How's the squad doing?
Thanks to you, I think we're in good shape. The squad seems to be functioning much better as a unit now.
Flags over foul-ups is completed. That was relatively painless. Is it possible to do the other stuff?
Shooting guns is real scary, but I think I got the hang of it now.
While I have already internalized the new skills we have discussed, I feel as though my solution was nevertheless more practical.
To cheat?
Patrolling the
And then
Mojave
get deployed
almost makes you
and
wish for a
die?
nuclear winter.
Okay, I admit it. Knowing how to use these guns right is pretty cool.
Okay.
Thanks for your help. I feel like we can take on the world.
Okay. That was kind of silly, but then again, I like all the silly quests. Let's see. This was their commanding officer, I think.
I gotta admit, I'm impressed. The Misfits are drilling better than I ever expected.
I mean, I'm awesome, obviously. Goodbye.
Yeah, whatever.
Ever get out of here, lady. Okay, so now that I finished up at Camp Golf, no, not much is also completed. This was the quest I picked up from Bitter Springs a long time ago. I finally done all the errands everywhere, so we can head back up here and tell them they're getting reinforced. They have all their supplies, although I feel like they already know that. And Bitter Springs should be all better now. I mean, there are soldiers here, but were there soldiers here before? Possibly, maybe. I mean, there's a couple more. I don't know. I feel like the sergeant over here will tell us. Oh, there's even more. Yeah, looks like you guys have been reinforced. Hey. Captain Gilles, not Sergeant.
Never expected someone as famous as you.
Are things going better at the camp now?
Thanks to your help, I think Bitter Springs has a real shot at surviving. I can't offer much of a reward, but know that the NCR is very grateful.
I don't need any reward, just keep these people fed and healthy. Whatever you can spare would be a big help. I dragged myself all over Hell's half acre for you. I expect something substantial. It's fine.
That's very generous of you. I appreciate it.
I mean, I'm a nice person. I really am now, aren't I? I'm a messiah. It was touch and go there. I thought I was going to be neutral the whole time, but worked out pretty good.
Anything else I can do for you?
How are things around the camp?
Thanks to your help, I think... Good luck.
Well, no, not much, even though, yes, it was a lot, is also completed, correct? Well, before I... Well, I could go back and do Restoring Hope, but before I do that, I did do a little bit of research to figure out how I can trigger Raul's personal quest, and I think it's unmarked, so that's not so great. But anyway, I need to go to several people around the Wasteland and talk to them. My concern, though, is I've already talked to them. The first of which is Loyal at Nellis, and then I have to go to McCarran and hopefully find somebody there, and then Novac. I know where Andy is. But I am slightly concerned because I already talked to these people, but worst case scenario, I can always... I think there's a way to console command the quest so it forces it to happen. Oh, that didn't load in properly. But I can always do that if I need to, but I haven't needed to do that yet, so cross fingers that this works, because I would like to progress Raul's quest today. Hopefully.
I'm amazed that an outsider has proven so helpful.
Why are you all stuck here? Like, what is happening? Oh, I went to the wrong one. That's why. Excuse me. You know the door does actually work, right? The hangar? I think this is where Loyal is. Yes. There he is. I see him. Hello, Loyal.
Isn't that bomber a beauty?
Oh, I didn't even
Thanks
notice.
so much for making an old man's dreams come true.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Oh, wow. The pearl. That's amazing.
That's a good thing to see, huh, boss?
What are you talking about?
That Loyal guy. He's getting up there in years, but he still finds a way to make himself useful to his people. If you ask me, that's better than withering away all alone or holding on to some faded piece of glory from your past.
Loyal's using his years of knowledge to help his tribe. I think that's a noble goal. At least he knew when to step back and start to take it easy. A lot of people don't. I suppose if you're happy with that kind of life, it's not so hard. First one?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
What's on your mind?
Old history, boss. I grew up in a place called Hidalgo Ranch, just outside Mexico City. It wasn't much, just a bit of a farm, with a house for 3 generations of Tejadas. I wasn't the best behaved kid. I was quick with my hands, with a pistol or a wrench, and I wasn't afraid to get into fights over it. I never killed anybody, but I had my share of run-ins with the police. Mostly my family kept me in line. This was before the war. We were far enough away from Mexico City when the bombs fell that we missed the worst of it. But things got bad quick.
I don't really have time for this. No, we have all the time for this. Please go on.
Just a few days after Mexico City was vaporized, refugees started pouring down the road to our ranch. We helped who we could, but there were so many. Eventually, my father started turning people away before we ran out of food. Things got violent. My father and I got our guns, and we drove them off.
What happened then? Nothing good, I imagine.
About 24 men came back in the night after we'd gone to sleep. They set fire to the ranch house and barred the doors from the outside.
Oh, no.
My whole family was trapped inside. I smelled the smoke, and I got myself and my little sister Rafaela out through a window. But everyone else, my parents, my grandmother, my 2 brothers, and 2 of my sisters, all died.
Oh, that's horrible. What happened then?
Rafaela and I ran. We were pursued by some of the men who attacked our home. But I was always a good shot. The ones who came after us, I killed. The rest, I left be. I had to take care of Rafaela, not throw my life away on revenge.
And you blame yourself for this? You can't think it was your fault. No one could stand against a dozen armed men alone. Anyone stupid enough not to set a watch deserves what they got. You can't think it's your fault.
I know that, boss. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm just getting sentimental in my old age. Anyways, forget it. Just wanted that off my chest.
Oh, Raul. It's working, though. It's working. Hopefully we can hear more about what happened to him as we work through his personal quest. Okay, so I have still so many places to go. Actually, it's not quite as bad as I thought, but there's still plenty of places to go to. I feel like there's still another vault as well. Yeah, Vault 19. Definitely need to go there. Okay, so Camp McCarran, and we're looking for Sterling. But I thought Sterling was part of the first recon? But I don't know if he was deployed out to Camp Forlorn Hope or not. Oh goodness, it's going to take me forever to find him, isn't it? All right, well, let me look around and try and find this guy, and I will bring you back in when I hopefully do. Okay, well, I did relocate to Camp Forlorn Hope because he wasn't in Camp McCarran. And look, here's Corporal Sterling.
Howdy. What brings you back? Used to be a...
Nothing. We've already had this whole conversation. Bye.
Always a pleasure.
We gonna talk now, Raul, or maybe we should leave?
Got a second to talk, boss?
Of course, sure. What's on your mind?
Meeting Corporal Sterling, well, it kind of got me thinking. Here's a guy that's been beat all to hell, right? I mean, he could have retired from the service, but instead he signs back on and does what he can. You think he did the right thing?
I think it's good that he's so devoted to his duty. More people should act that way. The NCR put a lot of time and money into his training. He owes it to them to use it however he can. It might seem harsh, but a soldier can't do his job properly with those limitations. With those injuries, he's nothing but a drain on resources. He should retire. No, I think it's good that he's devoted to his duty, and it seems like he's not necessarily being deployed on active patrols, but maybe I'm misremembering.
You think so, boss? Because I remember a time when a lot of people stuck to their duty no matter what. It ended with nuclear bombs falling on my hometown.
You're talking about the Great War? What do you remember about it?
After the fire, I knew my sister and I couldn't stay at Hidalgo Ranch anymore. The refugees still wanted me dead. They even put a bounty on me. I remember how scared Rafaela was. I told her if she came with me, we'd see the vaqueros. She used to love the rodeo, especially the trick riders. We figured maybe we could find help in Mexico City. We were young. We didn't know what had happened, really. We didn't understand about the bombs.
Oh, yeah, wasn't Mexico City basically annihilated in the Great War?
I don't think it was as hard hit as D.C. or Bakersfield, but it was bad enough. By the time we got there, the city was a radioactive ruin. Still, the city was full of looters, already forming into the beginnings of raider tribes. Crime was bad before the war, but now it was a nightmare. We were living like scavengers, scraping by on what little food we could find, always looking for medicine for my burns. And then, of course, the radiation started to kick in, turning me into this handsome devil you see before you.
Sounds pretty bad.
You're a poet of understatement, boss.
Right?
But there were moments it was almost worth it. I still remember finding that novelty costume shop. I was just looking around for something I could slice up to wrap my burns when I saw the vaquero outfit hanging on the rack, like it hadn't been touched. I took it, not like anybody else needed it, you know, and wore it back to our camp. Rafaela laughed, for the first time since the bombs had fallen.
Wasn't it dangerous to be dressed so noticeably?
It was. I started to build up a legend. Sometimes it headed off trouble, but most of the times it just started more. Young punks looking to prove themselves would come looking for me, but my eyes were sharp and my guns were quick. For a while, it seemed like we might even survive there, until Rafaela.
Oh no. What happened to Rafaela?
She went out to find some food one day. I was sick, so I stayed at our camp. I guess it must have been the beginning of radiation poisoning. Anyway, it was supposed to be safe, but some raiders happened to pass through where she was scavenging. I won't speak of what they did to her.
Oh gosh.
When I found her body, the only way to recognize her was this funny little scar on her knee from when she was a little girl.
That's terrible, Raul. I'm so sorry.
Terrible doesn't begin to cover it, boss. I let my whole family down. First the ranch, now Rafaela. I was the last Tejada. I guess maybe I went a little crazy then. I took my guns and went back to that market. I didn't have many bullets, but I had enough. After the raiders were dead, I salvaged what I could from the store. I was tired. I just wanted to be alone forever.
So what'd you do?
I left Mexico City behind. I made my way out to the Gulf Coast. Eventually, I found an old Petro Chico refinery nobody had claimed. I stayed there for a little while, and I thought a lot about my life. I thought about the guns I'd lived by and what they'd gotten me. I decided my guns hadn't gotten me anything, and it was time to give it up. I took off the old vaquero outfit and put on a Petro Chico jumpsuit. The name tag said Miguel, so I started using the name myself. Eventually, I made it to Arizona. That's another story, boss.
Oh, I want to hear about your time in Arizona for sure. I don't think that what happened to your sister or your family has anything to do with you being good at guns. I think bad people will do bad things no matter what. They'll always find a way. But anyway, let's go and talk to, I think it's Ranger Andy. There he is. Oh, that's really bright.
What's new?
Don't know if I need to necessarily
Look
talk
out.
to him about anything, but
Hey, boss. Can I ask you something?
it worked. I'm so happy the quest is working. Sure, what's on your mind, Raul?
What do you think of guys like Ranger Andy?
What do you mean, guys like Ranger Andy? I think he's a hero of the NCR. He seems like a decent guy. He's a pathetic waste. What do you mean, guys like Ranger Andy?
I mean guys who have a world of experience doing what they do, but have to give it up because they're getting old and slow or too injured.
Even after a crippling injury, a guy like Andy's tougher and more dangerous than most men alive, probably. He didn't have to give it up. He's just scared he doesn't have what it takes. Harsh. Just because someone's crippled doesn't mean they're useless. All that experience is invaluable. Yes. I think it's good that he's retired, out of sight, out of mind. I'm going to go with the first one.
Maybe, yeah. I guess you got a point there.
We're not just talking about Ranger Andy, are we? I know. I don't think we've been talking about just the characters that he's been questioning me about. I think we're talking about Raul, obviously.
Not really, boss. No. I left everything when I left Mexico. My home, my family, my name, even my face. I know it's surprising, boss, but I wasn't always just handsome. As far as the world knows, I was Miguel, and I was okay with that. I headed north for a while and ended up in Tucson. Not Tucson, by the way.
Oh.
Things were good there. Well, maybe not good, but better than Mexico City anyways. I found myself a little shack, started fixing things.
Fixing things?
Well, sure, boss. I was always good at fixing things. Some I fixed for the town, some I fixed for other people, some I fixed just for the hell of it. It's a better way to use your hands than killing. And even then, I wasn't getting any younger or faster. I lived there for a long time, kept to myself, didn't get into any fights. Hell, the only reason I even kept my guns oiled was professional pride.
Why aren't you still there then?
Getting there, boss. I'd been in Tucson. The locals can call it Tucson all they want, but it's Tucson, damn it. About 75 years when she showed up. Prettiest thing you ever saw, boss. Maybe it was just a trick of my senile brain, but I swear she looked just like my Rafaela. Her name was Claudia. She ended up taking work at one of the brothels in town. I never went to her, of course. How could I? But I looked after her in my own way.
If she reminded you of your sister, I would really hope you wouldn't go visit her. What happened with her? Nothing good, of course, Connie.
This was a long time ago, before Caesar's Legion pacified Arizona and brought the raider tribes to heel. A tribe came into Tucson one day. More a gang, really. Dirty Dave and his 6 brothers. They were looking for bullets, and I sold some to them. I figured if I did that, they'd leave town before they tore it up too much.
Yeah, they didn't, did they?
No, boss. No, they didn't. As I was saying, I hoped they'd leave the town in peace. Instead, they decided to stop at Claudia's brothel to take the edge off. I don't know which one of them got rowdy first, but by the time I heard the screams and got my guns, it was too late. They shot up the brothel, killed 4 girls, and taken Claudia for their sport.
Oh, no. Did you rescue her?
I went after Dave and his brothers. They had a head start, but they slept nights. I didn't. Took me 3 days to catch up to them. Claudia was dead when I got there.
Oh.
They put a bullet in each of her eyes. I couldn't do anything except avenge her, just like Rafaela. I charged into the middle of their camp and started firing. 2 of them were dead before they knew I was there. The other 5, though, they shot the shit out of me. I would have died, I think, if I wasn't so full of rage.
How did you survive then?
By being a meaner old cuss than the rest of them, boss. I wanted to keep living until they weren't. So I just kept shooting until they were all dead. I was in pretty bad shape in the end, though. I don't know how long I laid there, with the sun baking me and the buzzards chomping at me.
Oh.
Eventually, I got the strength to start moving. Some long time after that, I managed to drag my carcass back to town.
What happened then?
When I recovered, more or less anyways, I left Tucson and headed west. I ran into Tabitha at Black Mountain, and well, the rest you know. I swore I was done with the gunslinging life. I was too old, too slow, and too beat up to protect anyone anymore. I thought I was done forever, but after traveling with you, I realized I've always had my doubts.
Doubts about what?
About whether I still had what it took to carry my pistols proudly, to use them to do what's right. And now that I've been traveling with you for a while, you made me realize that I could still do that. Maybe I'm not as tough as I used to be, but my brains can make up for that. And my hands are still quick enough. It's time to put the guns back on.
I think that's a great idea, Raul, and I hope you'll put them to good use with me. Or I can say, I don't think that's a good idea. You should focus on your mechanical skills instead. No, I would like you to be like an awesome gun shooter, because I always require assistance, please.
You can bet on that, boss.
Raul has gained the old Vaquero perk, which increases his rate of fire with revolvers and lever-action firearms by 33%. I love the new look, Raul.
I can't believe we were allowed inside the Lucky 38. That place has been a legend since before the war.
Will you tell me some of your stories again?
That's what I love about you, boss. Your firm belief that one day you'll actually remember things people tell you. What do you want to hear about?
Look, I got shot in the head.
Anything you say, boss.
It's hard for me to remember things because I got shot in the head, okay? Like, I am loving his new outfit. That is really awesome. It's so cool. He's got like a knife in his belt. Just the one gun? Yeah, just the one gun. All right, well, I hate to have to break up with you, Raul, but I kind of want to go get my other companion that I haven't technically picked up completely. It's Freeside? It's the doctor that's over here with the followers. So I want to go and officially collect him. Because I really want to get my companion quest sorted sooner rather than later. Is this the kid running around with the gun?
Bang, 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 bang.
Didn't I have to have a better speech skills or something?
Reach for the sky, lady.
Give me that gun?
Sorry, but I need to shoot Stacy. We can find you another gun.
No, I think I need to stop you from shooting your friend. Can I buy the gun from you?
This is the best gun in the whole galaxy. I paid $1 million cap.
That's right. Yeah, but your heavy use has really depreciated its value. It's only worth 20 caps now. Now that I have the barter skills, let's do it.
Oh man, it's Stacy's fault. She pretends like she didn't get hit. That's still a lot of money. I guess I'll take it.
I feel like that will buy you lots of soda pop or something like that, but I need to take the gun away from you so you don't shoot your friend. Euclid's C Finder. Oh, I have no ammo for it. That's great. Archie Charge? Didn't somebody say that this gun... I used the gun and the weapon at Helios 1 or something goes off? Or something like that? Was it Helios 1? Yeah, the weapon that I didn't activate because I gave power to the Freeside instead.
Found you.
Oh. You look really good in that outfit, Raul. I mean, your mouth is stuck open, but like, what else is new? I think my companions are always broken. Okay, let's go pick up this doctor, scientist, something person over here. I should have all of the things to pass the speech check, so he wants to join me now, right? But let's save.
Oh, good. Now there's an army of robots. You don't do things by halves, do you, boss?
No, I would like my army of robots to make me queen of the Mojave Wasteland.
Good call. I mean, if that's what you really... Hey, as long as you're not asking me to go back to Black Mountain, I'm a happy old man.
Okay, bye. Now that I've broken up with you... Ah, here he is,
What's
Arcade
up?
Gannon.
Hello again. Still in one piece, I see.
Yeah. Do you need any help?
Personally, no. But thanks to you, Julie says we're a lot better off these days. I'll take her word for it. So thanks.
Would you like to come with me? I could use someone skilled in medicine.
You've helped the followers, so you can't be entirely bad. To be honest, I haven't heard anyone say a negative word about you. As long as you keep working to help people around here get a fair shake, sure, I'll lend a hand. All right, let's not waste any time. There are people out there to help, things to learn. Maybe not in that order, but let's get to it.
Arcade is giving you the better healing perk. Oh. Does that mean like my stim packs work better or something like that? Well, Arcade is a companion. The player regains more health from all sources. Oh, okay. Well, let's save and start our conversation with you anyway.
What's up?
Tell me, what's your opinion on the current situation?
It could be better. If we can find a way to work toward the independence of New Vegas, that would be ideal.
That's what I'm
but really,
saying.
As long as you don't help out the Legion, anything's better than that.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm really very boring. You'd get better stories out of a Freeside junkie.
Arcade, I'm asking you because I'm interested. Don't put yourself down. You can do better than that. Do you always deflect personal questions? First one.
Oh, all right. I'm 30-ish. Well, late 30s. I was born west of here. I was an only child and spent most of my time with my mother. My father died when I was young and I never got over it. Oh, and I like medicine and reading books about failed pre-war socioeconomic policies. Right now, I'm sure you're asking yourself, why hasn't some lucky man scooped this bachelor off his feet? Like I said, I'm boring.
I like how I was born west of here. Like, you can't be specific. Why don't you like talking about yourself?
Some people do. I just don't. Look, I appreciate that you're trying to be friendly, but I'd just rather not discuss it.
Okay. Do you always deflect personal questions?
Only to obfuscate my past association with a fascist paramilitary organization. I'm joking, of course.
Oh.
I will deflect personal questions at any opportunity. Honestly, it isn't too difficult if you have half a brain and aren't a complete jerk. I wanted to help people and I enjoyed learning, so I signed up. New Vegas is in trouble, so I came out here. If someone doesn't step up and try to help the people here, it's going to end very badly.
Well, I'm trying, and I'm all for the independent New Vegas, so clearly we can be great friends. Anyway, where did you get your medical training?
The followers taught me everything I know about medicine. Despite our humble abode here in New Vegas, we have great facilities back in the NCR. We may have overextended ourselves by setting up camp in Freeside, but the people here need help from someone. If not us, who?
I don't know. Let's talk about something else.
All right.
You can do better than that?
No, really. Have you ever snorted a ground-up Cazador venom sac? Neither have I, but I can guarantee you that a Freeside junkie has.
Okay. Oh, I can't go back to the other options anymore. Oh well, maybe they'll pop up again later.
See you around.
I suppose we'll see you around, since you are following me. So my quest Restoring Hope, I need to return to Major Polatli, and I'm assuming get my next step in the quest. Because my last update was I helped Dr. Richards and his patients. Okay, yeah. Let's talk to the commander in here.
Back already? What do you need?
I want to talk to you about the attack on Nelson. Oh, that's right. I need to go and do that, and I didn't want to do that just yet.
Watch.
We got to figure that one out. But Return to Sender. This is the other quest that I picked up here, where I need to run around to the different ranger stations, and I can do that. So there's a ranger station, Bravo, and the Devil's Throat, and some other camps over here that I can go to before by Bitter Spring. So let's. Oh, I have to leave the building. Let's go do that, or at least start doing that today. I know at some point I'm gonna have to commit and just like attack the Legion, because I've got 2 quests now that I have to attack the Legion on, and I don't know how well that's going to go for me. I'm probably gonna have assassins start coming after me, and I feel like I've reached a point where I just have to accept that that's going to happen. I know, I keep repeating myself. Can I get out through this way? I can. I probably should not have, though. All right, I need to go around. I need to go back out the other way. I feel like that's going to end in a death for Connie. It's all right. This is why I have a sprinting button. Although I do wonder if I have any updates from Mr. New Vegas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. New Vegas. Thank you very, very much for listening. We've got some news for you coming right up. Rumors persist about a super mutant refuge nestled high in a ski lodge to the northwest. If you should find it, do not, repeat, do not belittle a super mutant for taking the bunny slope. In other news, a Legion slaver party was wiped out in a failed raid of the Bitter Springs refugee camp, with 2 armed civilians inflicting heavy Legion casualties. One witness said, quote, God sent us 2 angels, and at least one had him a .308 caliber flaming sword of justice with a telescopic sight. I think all news, whether it's good or bad, brings us closer together. Don't you? In New Vegas, we know the pain that numbers can bring us. Well, so does Guy Mitchell, who's got...
Oh, he is going to do more music. Okay, well, I have arrived at... What did it say? Ranger Station Bravo, and we will head in there tomorrow to talk to Comm Officer Tilden. So as always, thank you so very much for watching. Please do keep yourselves safe, and I will see you again tomorrow with another new Fallout New Vegas video.